a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show tonight. We will be debating advertising. So, if you think about the most famous ads that you've ever seen, or the mascots, the brand ambassadors, things like that, we'll be talking about all that stuff. And 8 of these comics will move through to our next round and a little bit closer to the money. And 8 of them will be going home where they probably already are because this is a virtual show. And the categories tonight will be slogans, mascots, banned, as in it was not allowed on television any longer. Would you rather? This is where you get 2 options and you got to tell us which one you'd rather. And wild card, which could be about anything. So when I ask a question, the comic that's going first can choose the category that they want a question from. And the comic that's going second will just have to defend the other side, make their best case for it, no matter what the other side is. Each person will have 1 minute followed by a 30-second rebuttal. So we'll have 8 matchups tonight. And it's up to you, the audience, to decide who's going to move on to the next round. If you look in the description on YouTube right now, you'll see a link that says pickasidestupid.com #poll. If you go to that, click on that link, that will bring you to the poll where you can vote for who you thought won each debate. All right, so let's get started with our debate tonight. Our first matchup will be between Nick Martucci and Wayne Maston. So, Nick.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, good. You get to choose whether you go first or second here. What do you think?
I'm going to go second.
Okay. So, Wayne, you can choose from slogans, mascots, band, would you rather, or wild card.
Let's go with would you rather, please, Sean.
Okay. Your question is, would you rather be an M&M that walks and talks and has a job, or a caveman that people use to point out that something is so simple, even you can do it?
I think that the only right answer to this is to be an M&M that's employed. And that could be an M&M that's employed doing rap in Michigan. That could be an M&M that's employed getting stuffed with all kinds of strange things like pretzels, or with things that are gooey like caramel, or maybe, if you don't have allergies, you could be a peanut stuffed M&M. Anyway, being an employed M&M that's stuffed is an awesome thing. Being an employed M&M that can rap as well as anybody else in the world is also a pretty awesome thing. So I want to be an M&M and I want to be employed, because if I'm employed, that means that I can stay at home and keep getting those checks in the mail. And I don't have to go into work to try to make some money. And I don't have to go down and see those folks at the Department of Education and Training and try to help them out.
Wayne, the life of an M&M is one of the scariest, most torturous living hell that exists in advertising. And not every M&M knows this, but the orange one knows this. And you mentioned being stuffed with like a pretzel or something. The orange M&M is aware that his existence is to sell his own body to be consumed. And he's filled with fear because he knows that if he does his job well, he dies in the most painful way you can die. That is not the life I want to live. I want to be in bliss as a caveman. I don't care if people are comparing other tasks and being like, it's so simple, Nick could do it. I wouldn't be offended by that now. And I have like more of my mental ability than most cavemen. That's fine to me. That's a good life. That's a happy life. And you know what? Nobody eats the caveman. That's just in all of Geico's advertising. Not one person has ever eaten one of the cavemen.
And why would anyone want to eat a caveman? Man, you know what you're going to do when you take a bite out of that caveman? The next thing you're going to do is you're going to be spitting hair. And by the way, that orange M&M, what have you got against sex workers? Come on, man. They also are an important part of society. We need those people. We need people to continue to be employed and not to be dumber than dirt, which is what that caveman really is. Time.
Sex work is one thing. Sex work, as far as I know, does not involve auto-cannibalism. It might for some, but the market trickles down a little bit. Like there comes a point where you can no longer sell a body after it's been consumed. And the thing about M&Ms is they don't want that. They are forced to do that for money. It's the capitalistic society that forces us to dig our own graves. That is hell. That is not the life I want. I just want to relax and have hair and work on rocks, I guess.
All right, a lot of good points here. Please go in and vote for your favorite in the Pick a Side poll. The link for that is in the description right below the YouTube video. It's pickasidestupid.com/poll. No, /#/poll. That's right. I got it. So go in there and vote for your favorite now. That will be open for a few more seconds, just a couple moments. And, you know, I just love to think about what the M&Ms do on their days off, you know? What do they do? Camping trips, fishing? Are they out? Are they just walking dogs? What's happening?
Do exist.
Well, one thing's for sure is they aren't getting eaten by Marines because Marines aren't smart enough to figure out how to peel them.
All right. Well, the votes are in. Also, I do like that Nick said that, you know, they have to sell their body, and which in, you know, a capitalist society is kind of true of all of us, isn't it? You know, we sell our labor. We have to put our bodies out there every day to make money. I'm just killing time till these votes come in. Here we go. And the results are in. And by one single vote, our winner of this round is Nick Martucci. So Nick will be moving on. Thank you so much, Wayne, for playing. And excellent debate there.
Thank you, Sean. I'm looking for my lovely parting gifts.
Well, look under your seat. Is there anything there? No. I was hoping that there was like maybe a couple M&Ms you had dropped or something. But anyways. All right, next up, we have Rick Harkness and Jer Palapple. So, Rick, it will be up to you whether you want to go first or second here.
I'll go second.
Second, okay. So, Jer, you can choose from, let's see, slogans, mascots, band, or wild card.
Let's do mascots.
Mascots.
Okay.
So, your question is, everyone knows the California Raisins that are the most musically talented breakfast mascot, but if you had to be in a band with another cereal mascot, who would you choose? Captain Crunch or Count Chocula?
I'm going first, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
First off, I would obviously go with Count Chocula because he is chocolatiest and also he probably drinks human blood. I don't remember if that was part of the commercials, but it seems like I wouldn't have to split any meals with him if we went on tour, and that's very useful. Also, I think he can turn into a bat. That means I don't have to share a plane with him. I just get the whole tour bus to myself, and that means I get to put my feet up, and I got feet that's got to be put up. Second of all. Is that all, Captain Crunch? What, we're gonna go touring internationally on waters? That's not gonna happen for at least a few years. You gotta wait until you can get that big to go like somewhere else. We're gonna road dog it until we make it with our yummy, yummy chocolate marshmallow tunes. Time.
All right. So 2 things. You were saying you chose Count Chocolate because it's a cereal, and then all you got to do is get milk. I'll help you understand this is 2020 in the midst of coronavirus. You can't just get milk no more, my guy. You got to get almond milk, oat milk, whatever the fuck, 3% milk. I guess there's a 3%. I'm pretty sure there's a 3% milk out there. You got to get that shit. So yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that shit. I want to deal with just regular ass, just normal. I can buy this and we're fine. I don't want to have to deal with the whole allergies and everything like that. There's people out here, you can't even pull up a Snickers bar on your phone to show this to these people. So you can't just give them regular milk and everything. Count Chocolate is going to be a death sentence for people. Count Chocolate is like, no, I haven't seen Count Chocolate in 15 years, and I'm from South Carolina with dirt roads. If we're not seeing Count Chocolate, you're not allowed to eat it. It's not safe. Time.
First off, Count Chocula is a vampire, so you don't see him because you're around during the day. Duh. Second of all, you know what you need for a good band? You need precision and being able to being able to just work on an instrument until you're good at it. That's not what Captain Crunch has. That's why Oops All Berries exists, because he makes mistakes all the time. They're delicious, but they're not what I want in my funk band.
Time.
Cool. Because we don't see Dracula right at this time, but yeah, we see a lot of other motherfuckers with time, and they made movies about Twilight. These niggas they twiddled in the sun. Who twinkles in the sun is a vampire. So apparently, Count Chocula, he doesn't have the right stuff to make himself popular. He had a cereal for 15 years. No one cared about him. Twilight came around. We all care about you. So no.
Time. All right. A lot of good points here, you know, and there's no way that I could choose a winner. So it's going to be up to you, the audience. Head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now and put in your vote for either J.R. Palapple or Rick Harkness. And when you vote, it will turn green, and that's how you'll know that your vote is in. And it will just stay that way until I hit enter here and tally up the votes. So I think, man, is Count Chocula in Vampire Weekend? Is that what that band is? I'm really
I just know what's a cereal I wasn't allowed to buy growing up, so that's why I have a bias against it. So.
You're thinking of Count Vanilla. That's who's in Vampire Weekend.
If I could get a horror-themed cereal, I would always go with Blueberries. That was the one. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but let's tally up these votes and see what people think and who will be moving on to the next round. So just waiting for the poll to close right now, and then I'll let you all know the results. Let's see. Another 1 vote match. Only 1 vote separating the two of you. And the winner by a slim margin here is Rick Harkness. Thanks, Jer, for playing, and a lot of fun. So next up, we'll have Sean Rosa and Rachel Dunbar. So, Sean, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay, Rachel, you can choose from slogans, band, or wild card.
Oh, let's go wild card.
Okay. So, your question is... Oh, yeah, of course. What is the creepier toilet paper mascot? The Charmin Bears or the Angel Soft Baby Angel?
Oh, me. Sorry. I gotta go with the Bears. They're way too obsessed with shitting as a family. That's not something a family should do together. My family played board games. I strongly recommend it for the Bears. I just think it's so strange that bears just like shitting together as a family. That's a weird family thing to do. Sean.
Okay. I mean, sure you don't think families should shit together, but have you ever heard of a little thing called love? Yeah. Haven't you ever heard that phrase, a family that shits together hits together? I don't know. No, the Angel Soft Baby is like babies should not be advertising anything. You know what? There's the old saying in Hollywood: never work with children or animals unless they're bears who shit as a family. Like, that's it. Just don't put a baby near me. Let me out into the woods with some bears.
All right. First of all, I have heard of love. Okay, I'm adopted, so my parents love me so much that they paid for me. Okay. Second of all, have you ever heard there's a bear shit in the woods? That's where bears should go to shit. They should not be shitting in a house with a collective like the Roman style toilets that they all love to shit in. Also, babies are supposed to shit. That's all they do. I don't care if baby shits. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why you buy the wets and the toilet paper. But bears should shit in the woods.
I mean, sure, maybe your parents did buy you, but did they love you enough to let you shit as a family? Like that, like there's like that's one boundary that they kept away from you. I mean, yes, bears are supposed to shit in the woods. They're not supposed to shit in the house, but who says they can't take some toilet paper to share amongst themselves? Just put that roll in the middle and just Triforce their buttholes onto it.
Yeah. All right. Well, a lot of good points here. And, it's not up to me to decide who wins this round. It's up to you. So head in to the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now and vote for your favorite, whether it's Rachel Dunbar or Sean Rosa. And, one of these days, the Charmin Bears are going to find out about bidets, and then it's all over, One of them, probably the kid will start using them. The parents will feel real betrayed or something like that.
As a recent owner of a very hairy cat, a bidet is not enough to get poop out of their butt fur. So we're going to need something much stronger. If my experience has anything to say about it.
Sure, yeah, I hear you. I don't know how. I don't want to know how you figured it out. But
cut it out. You just gotta get rid of the problem area.
Yeah. All right. Let's close this poll and see how people voted here. And just waiting for this to close. Here we go. The results are in, and our winner this round is Rachel Dunbar. So Rachel is moving on. Well, congrats, Rachel. Thanks, Sean, for playing. Good stuff. And next up, we have Ken Green and Pete Andrews. So, Ken, you'll get to choose whether you go first or second.
Oh wow! Oh boy, I'm gonna buck the trend and go second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pete, Ken doesn't know what a trend is apparently, so.
Well, I usually go first. Come on, I usually go first. That is the trend. I know what I'm doing. Come on, man.
Pete, let's see. What haven't we done? We haven't done slogans, I think. Is that the only one?
Let's do slogans, Sean.
Oh, we haven't done band and we haven't done slogans or band.
Let's do slogans, Sean.
Okay. So which cleaning product slogan would you rather have used as a review of your one-person play? Clean to the core or stronger than dirt?
Well, the first thing I was told when I started comedy was the longer I can go without saying fucking Boston, the more successful I'd be. So I'm going to go with clean because you know what? A clean show is a wholesome show, is a family show, and togetherness is important. And we're going to make it because we're clean. Hey, we're not the best. We didn't say we're the best, but we said we're clean. And you can bring your kids here, and it's family friendly. Can I have Jeff Foxworthy's tour bus since he's not using it? Because we're going on the road as a clean show, guys. Family friendly entertainment, clean. Time.
Time. Okay. First of all, it's funny you mentioned a one-man play because I'm actually writing one right now. This is a plug. In Watertown. It's a Civil War play. They're going to be performing on the streets. When it comes out a couple of weeks from now, go see it. But yeah, we're in rehearsals right now. Plug out of the way. I know about one-man plays. And yeah, dirt, come on. Stronger than dirt. Because it's so many haters out there. So many haters, so many detractors, so many people trying to bring you down. They throw dirt at you everywhere. They're like country slinging dirt at you. You're not good. You can't have sex right. Whatever. I don't listen to all the haters out there. You know, I got to be stronger than dirt, okay? So you can throw whatever you want at me. You know, I don't want a clean show. I don't want a clean show. I want to be stronger than dirt. I'm ready for them. Bring them on. I don't need to like be clean. I've heard every insult. You know, I don't have to mess around anymore. So you can sit there with your clean little show and, you know, play the college circuit. I'm getting down in the deep dirt, mud, Mississippi mud, underneath, bringing them to whatever they want. So yeah, give me the dirt. Come on, I'm ready for this.
Well, one-man Civil War play outside. That is a great way to describe tour guide on the Freedom Trail. That should be a clean show. Remember, family, because you know, dirt is not strong. It can be thrown, you're right, mostly at people who use profanity and talk about lewd acts in public, but that's okay. We're all working on ourselves. Clean is best. Keep it clean, folks. Don't build it on a mountain of dirt.
Oh, come on. Have you read about the Civil War? There was nothing clean about that, okay? They were burning houses and chasing, like, you know, people down the street and shooting each other in the head and blowing them. I want to do a play. I want to do a real one-man play, a freedom show, too, with a cursing. Like, hey, you little son of a bitch, get over here. You look like Confederates, you little 5-year-old Confederate. Get over here so we can string you up and put some fear in their hearts. Get a little dirt to them and stuff. So, yeah, come on. Teach them the real stuff, okay? You know, give me the dirt. The best comedians are dirty comedians too. I'm sorry.
Time. All right. I didn't know that Ken was going to come up with a new slogan during that, which seems to be "Give me the dirt." And I hope that's the name of the one-man play. But
no, I wish it was too. But
okay. No. Well, it's up to the audience here to vote. So head into the poll. It's right in the description. The link is in the description on YouTube. So click on that and vote for your favorite here. And I think that was it. The slogan was for Ajax.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, great.
What was my slogan again?
What's that?
What was the clean slogan again?
I think they were both Ajax slogans at one point in time.
So they kind of just flipped on their own idea, huh?
I mean, if you know, most brands have gone through like 30 or 40 slogans if you follow them. I mean, McDonald's used to be, what is it now? I'm loving it, and then it was just like at one point.
Yeah. A long time ago, it was nice diarrhea. That was a slogan they had a while ago.
Just Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah, too. Yeah, they shared it.
Wouldn't Ajax have to be clean?
Does what?
Wouldn't Ajax have to be clean? Because it's soap.
Oh, it's like a powder, I think, that you put on hands and stuff to clean them up.
All right.
I don't know. Something that I wouldn't buy, but
Good villain in Deadpool.
all right. Let's see how everybody voted and who's going to be moving on to the show next week. The votes are in, and our winner here is Ken Green. So Ken Green will be moving on to next week. And thank you, Pete, for playing. It was awesome to have you on the show. And our next matchup will be between May Keith and Julia Rios. So May, it's up to you if you go first or second, and we're gonna have to go with the band category either way because it's the only one that nobody has chosen yet.
I'll go second, please. Hi,
Okay.
Julia.
Hey, May.
Hey, Julia. Welcome to the show. Your question's going to be from the band category. So, cigarette ads were banned from TV in 1970, but it was still legal for tobacco companies to sponsor sporting events and athletes. So, would you rather be the Camel NASCAR driver or the Marlboro Marathon runner?
Oh, okay. Well, like this is obvious. I would rather be the Camel NASCAR driver. For one, I get a sweet car and I can drive. That is great. For two, I'm a camel, and who doesn't like camels? They're nice animals. And also, like, Joe Cool was super popular amongst all the kids at my school. So, I'd have lots of friends. And I'm sure furries would love me, so I would have lots of romantic possibilities as well. I see no downside here. I wouldn't be out of breath from running. I'd be pretty fly. Camel all the way. Time.
Camels are awesome. Camels are like the reason that humans have civilization. And I think it's an atrocity to try to co-opt the beautiful, wonderful, strong, graceful animal that is a camel to sell cigarettes to children, which is what Julia wants to do. You know what children don't like? Running for 26 miles. No one likes running for 26 miles. People who do it don't even like doing it. They just like telling you that they're better than you are because they can run 26 miles. So I feel like if I were the marathon Marlboro man, then I'm not really hurting anyone because marathon runners either aren't going to smoke, or if they are, I mean, they're marathon runners. Like it's fine. They're not better than me. And I can prove that when they die of lung cancer. Time.
I mean, that's fine if you want to go that way. But, like, frankly, who wants to be the spokesperson for toxic masculinity? Choosing to tell people that it's healthy to run a marathon while smoking, and also probably engaging in domestic violence and all sorts of other emotional unavailability and just all around badness, when you could be a camel who is great, even by your own admission, May. Time.
Camels are great, but yeah, NASCAR, famously not a bed of toxic American masculinity at all. No. NASCAR is famously nurturing of all sorts of different people, of all different places and creeds and cultures. Unlike running, which, as we know, is only open to the most macho of men. But camels are great, and I love camels.
All right, a lot of good points here. I mean, I could see this, I could make a case for either one of you to win here, but it's not up to me. It's up to the audience. So head in now if you're watching on YouTube, click on the link in the description and put in your vote for May or Julia.
Wait, has anyone here ever ridden a camel? I've always really wanted to. It seems awesome. Was it
I
awesome?
actually have ridden a camel. I did when
That's
I was
scary.
like 5 years old. You're really, really high up.
Was it awesome? They seem so cool.
It was very
Sounds
awesome.
like sounds like a drug reference. Yeah, man, I'm riding the camel tonight. I'm like, what is that? What
Was it?
I've also
was
done
it
that.
one hump camel or a two?
How many humps?
It was a one
Hey,
hump
that's a
camel.
dragon, not a camel.
Topsfield Fair have camels and elephants you could ride.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
Massachusetts thing. That's
They
crazy.
don't have elephants anymore. The elephant they used to have died.
Yeah, I'm sure it lived a really happy life. And then, hopefully.
I'm sure it was real sad. It was real sad.
Yeah, there's a lot of elephants in Massachusetts, right? This is their habitat. They're happy here.
300 ride limit. So, I mean, it just got through one. I think that's like the
poor-
context I rode a camel as well, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the results are in, and our winner this round is May Keith. May Keith, moving on to the next round, and thank you, Julia, for being part of this too. It's awesome to have you on, and I really do think that the camel NASCAR was a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Marlboro Marathon runner is not. So, right in a way there. Also, the person that signed into existence the law that bans cigarettes from advertising on television, Richard Nixon. Can you believe it?
Oh.
All right.
I can't believe it. He was anti-fun.
Next up, everybody please welcome Liz Esty and Tyler Tuttle. So Liz, it'll be up to you to choose whether you go first or second.
I'll go second.
Okay. And Tyler, you can pick any category because we've used them all, so we're right back to the beginning again.
I will do Would You Rather, please, Sean. Thank you.
Okay. Great. So your question is, you are hitchhiking. Would you rather get picked up by someone dressed up as Ronald McDonald or as one of the crash test dummies?
All right. One, I ain't never picking up a clown if I'm driving anywhere. Just modus operandi. One, you're wearing any sort of face paint, you're not getting a ride. Two, crash test dummy, I want them in my car. Why? Because in the case of an accident, I can hide behind them and their supple crash test body will absorb the brunt of the force, whereas my supple human body would just be completely obliterated. Now, I could hide behind Ronald McDonald's, but I think he would murder me well before we got into any crashing type situation. Also, Crash Test Dummies is a band. Maybe they could sing me a little ditty while I drove. That little I would love that. You know what Ronald McDonald would sing? Old circus songs. That's terrifying. Imagine driving 11:30 at night. You got a clown next to you just going do 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 do. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald is not your average clown. Ronald McDonald can give you free McDonald's, okay? That is what I want on a road trip. I want free McDonald's at every stop. That sounds amazing. Secondly, when I was a child, my parents got money for me to participate in psychological studies. Is this normal? No. Did it work? Also, no. But in the study, I was the only child who was friendly to the clown. I could see past the clown makeup. Clowns are people too, you know? Don't discriminate. They have red noses. But you know what happened? You know, Rudolph ended up being the best reindeer and he had a red nose. So, you know, maybe you're preventing yourself from being friends with the best person and they have a red nose and they're Ronald McDonald and you get chicken nugs for life. Time.
You know what? maybe if it's a foggy night, even then I'm not going to tie old Ronald McDonald to the front of my car and let him guide my sleigh tonight. All right, it's not worth the risk. You know what I call a child that goes up to a clown happily? I call that a dead child because it has been murdered by the clown. All right, free McDonald's, what's that saving you for like a full road trip? Like $25. I will pay $25 to not be murdered. There's no threat of murder with the crash test dummy. They can't even move their arms. It's just felt. There's no bone.
All right, depending on the length of a road trip, a combo meal with chicken McNuggets for large fries and large drink is about $10. How do I know this? Who knows? And I'm going to stop at McDonald's several times, so that's at least $30. So that's your $5 off. Secondly, crash test dummies only exist to be destroyed. I'm not taking that risk. I would rather be with a clown.
All right, a lot of good points here. And, it's going to be up to the audience to decide who's moving on here. So head into the poll. You can find the link in the description on YouTube and vote for your favorite right now. And while that's happening, let's check in with Pete Andrews and see how he's doing.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. Went to my fallback career as a mascot.
Oh, right on.
One person did mention furries, so.
Yeah.
We don't kink shame here.
We don't kink shame.
I wasn't shaming.
Pete, what brand are you repping?
Dave and Buster's.
That's good. I thought I was riding the camel.
Happy place, not just for children.
And what's your gimmick as a mascot? What sorts of things do you do to get the people amped up?
Well, I give free booze vouchers to the parents, so they'll just give their credit cards to the kids to play video games.
That's a pretty good gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, cigarette companies targeted kids. I find it's much smarter to get their parents drunk. Then you can get any cigarettes.
All right. Well, yeah, I would hire you if I was running an arcade for sure.
Well, I can spin a hell of a sign, Sean.
All right. The results are in from our last debate, and our winner this round is Tyler Tuttle. So Tyler will be moving on next week. And thank you, Liz, for playing along tonight and last week. And next up tonight, we have Adeline Pack and Carrie Ross. So, Adeline, it will be up to you whether you want to go first or second here.
Yeah, I'll go second, please.
Okay, so Carrie, you can choose from slogans, mascots, band, or wild card.
Carrie, I think you're muted.
Sorry about that. There we go. So mascots.
Okay, great. So your mascots question is, okay. So you own a demolition company and you have to hire one of these two applicants as a laborer. Do you give the job to the Kool-Aid Man or the Energizer Bunny?
Let's see. I would. I'll give the job to the Energizer Bunny. Just because, like, I feel like there's, it's unlikely that he would injure himself, and well, I mean, so it's unlikely that he'd injure himself, and I believe that, it's especially nowadays, we don't want we don't want, anyone, with COVID, we don't want that to happen. And, I think it's, on top of that.
Time.
Okay.
Right. I do agree that the Energizer Bunny has a great work ethic. However, we must address his drum. That's very problematic. Number one, his hands are locked into place all the time. That's just not going to work. And also, it is my belief that anybody who is an aspiring musician probably is not a hard laborer. So I would not want them on my demolition team. Now, as for the Kool-Aid Man, I'm part of the school of thought that the Kool-Aid Man is actually the liquid inside rather than the glass base. Now, that's a personal opinion. You don't have to agree. Let me speak my piece. So what I would do is pour the Kool-Aid Man, which is a liquid, into all the pipes, and then I would just let him do his thing and just let him demolish the building from the pipes inside out. Clean and simple, done, and then just go to the store and buy some more Kool-Aid. Yeah.
Alrighty, yeah, good point, but as we all know, people are fucking, I gotta say, people are sneaky as all gibbering, gobbling, hell. It's just, they're gonna be, they're just gonna be like, well, you can do that, but I will do fucking this. And I will prove to everybody.
Yeah.
That's true that people are sneaky, but I believe I would have a workaround, which is introducing different flavors of Kool-Aid. So one week I would show up with some red powder, do my thing, demolish the building. They would be totally taken aback and say, Adeline, you're never allowed in here with red powder ever again. Come next week, I would simply enter the building with a bag of blue powder. I wonder what this could be, and just let them be devastated week after week.
All right, a lot of good here, and I hadn't even thought of the fact that the Energizer Bunny was a musician. I think because it's that big drum on the front of him, so I think of him as more of like a high school band type of guy, but
He tries to charm you that way.
High school band
Playing the
members
underdog.
are musicians.
I mean,
somebody
yeah,
who-
that's arguable. That's debatable.
As someone who has a music degree and works manual labor, I think I'm the exception that proves the rule.
Okay, I should say Gen Z aspiring musicians who like put their stuff on SoundCloud.
Yes, the Energizer Bunny, a real Zoomer.
All right, cool. Well, get your votes in. The link to vote is in the description right below this video here. Click on the link for pickasidestupid.com and get your vote in here for Adeline or Carrie. And let's close this poll and see what people think. And the votes are rolling in now. The final decision here is that our winner this round is Adeline Pack. So Adeline will be moving on to next round. Adeline will be back next week. Thank you, Carrie, for joining us. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
And we're on to our final debate of the evening. And it will be Tyler Derniak and Emily Main Ford.
Woo!
So, Tyler, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second, okay. So, Emily, you can choose between, let's see, slogans, band, or wild card.
I'll go slogans.
Okay, great. So your question is, which of these restaurant-based slogans should my wife, Sarah, let me paint on the wall of our new kitchen. We've been going back and forth on this, and I want to put one of them on there, but she won't let me do either of them. So make your best case for one of them. Live, laugh, linguini, or from the self to your mouth.
Wow. What a choice. I feel like I'm solving some sort of marital debate here, but I'm okay with it. I think it needs to happen. This actually is really close to my heart because my name's Emily and I'm a recovering live, laugh, love girl. I can't stop buying the signs. I swear to God, sometimes I accidentally shoplift with the live, laugh, love sign. Like I don't even think about grabbing it and then I just walk out of the store and I have to go back and return it. I just can't help myself. So I think that you have to choose from the south to your mouth. First of all, who needs Floridians? We should probably just eat them. Honestly, like Florida's the worst. That'll get rid of that problem. And yeah, I think that all live, laugh, love memorabilia should be deleted. And that's it. Yep.
All right, so like you should not paint from the south to your mouth in your kitchen, mostly because you're in Tennessee, so you're already in the South. So anything there, no matter if it's like a northern dish or like a western, it's all going to be from the South because you're making it from there. Besides, live, laugh, linguini, you're in your small town in eastern Tennessee, you could teach them the word linguini. Your wall could be the equivalent of a vocabulary test. It's all the L's. That's all the L words they need, and it's let them know what your house is all about. You're a linguini household. We've always known that, and we've always known that that's what you stand for, and it'd be a nice thing for you to educate them.
Yeah. I'm personally more of like a Farfalle girl. I don't know. And I think that Sean and Sarah are too. That's what I've heard from them. Yeah. And also like we're in COVID times. Is anyone living or laughing right now? No. Maybe linguini, like you could hang up some linguini on the wall next to the south to your mouth just to confuse the shit out of people. But also who's even coming over right now? You're going to make yourself laugh. And a Floridian, you could put one of those on your wall, a picture next to it.
You see, that's the thing. Sean is still in the South, so he's not living in COVID times. he's where he's living. It's all a hoax. So people are still going around doing whatever. And if they want to live, laugh, linguini with everyone, they can. No matter how socially undistant they are, they can do that in the South. It's really the live, laugh, linguini center of the world now.
Time. All right, a lot of solid points here, and I'd love to pick a winner, but I can't. So it's up to the audience. The audience is going to vote. So go in to the Pick a Side Stupid website right now. You can find the link right below us in the description, and just click on that, and then click on your favorite of Tyler Derniak or Emily Mame Ford. When you do, it will turn green until I count up the votes. So you can change your vote at any time. It'll turn green, once you click on it. Cool. Well, this was a lot of fun. While people are voting, I can tell you the last couple of questions that we didn't get to. Let's see, what should be banned from advertising on television? That's still allowed to do so. The military, recruiting, or pharmaceutical companies. I think both of those should go away, but one would stay depending on how you guys argued it. Okay. What's the better reason for a TV commercial to be banned? For, quote, offending members of the Christian faith, or because, quote, it implies the model had sexual relations with a Muppet?
The first one, definitely. That's it.
Muppets deserve love too.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do any of the younger people in this group remember Fred from Dunkin' Donuts? Or is it just me and Wayne? Just me.
I
and
remember him.
Time to make the donuts.
And
Yeah.
Ken?
Yeah. All the old people know. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Wedding singer.
Fred he'd get up every day and say, "Time to make the donuts." But I think that commercial stopped like 35 years ago, and I'm just still like, yeah, everybody knows Fred.
I remember
not know that he had a name.
Yeah,
I was
remember
like,
people-
Fred, who's Fred? But I do remember the guy who got up to make the donuts.
Oh, right on.
I remember people coming into Dunkin's when I worked there and telling me about that. But
Yeah, that was probably a lot of fun.
You mean
I
telling
think
him
Fred
like,
had a
coming in
starring
and be
role in everything you want to know about sex, but we're afraid to have.
Okay, so, and the other question I had was, do people remember the Maytag Man?
Yeah.
I do.
We're the winners.
You guys left with your mom.
Okay, so the votes are in here, and our winner this round is Emily Mame Ford. So Emily will be moving on. Tyler, thanks for joining us again. Great to see you. And that's it. So moving on to next week, we have Nick Martucci, Rick Harkness, Rachel Dunbar, Ken Green, May Keith, Tyler Tuttle, Adeline Pack, and Emily Mame Ford. So join us once again next week to see which one of these comics moves on. And we'll also have shows tomorrow. Tomorrow is our trivia show where we'll be talking about kids' books. So we're going to test the knowledge of Rick Canavan and Ryan Shea. And God help us if Ryan loses at something. Totally throw his computer, but it should be a good time. So tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and then Friday night at 7:30 to see which comics that are on that show are going to be going up against our comics from tonight next week. That's it for tonight. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Thank you.
Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid.